position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will have the football first. Well, guys, last year Texas got very little resistance from Oklahoma on the path to the playoff. A 21-point explosion in the second quarter. Horns never looked back. You got to think the Sooners and a hopefully retooled offense will be up to the task to mount a challenge today.
Yeah, I remember that last game. Quinn Ewers coming back from injury, struggled early in that game, threw a bad interception. But, David, they got the running game going. But Travion Wisner absolutely went off. If I'm Texas in this one, I'd expect them to want to run the ball some more.
Well, and everything got going. Remember, they even caught a ball. They fumbled it to the end zone. They still fell in. Like, everything went Texas's way. And that was about like last season. Everything went against Oklahoma minus the Alabama game. So look to see if Oklahoma can create some more momentum and juice for their program.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gives it on the option. Running into the open space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Snagged in the middle. It's up. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best left guard, that's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He caught it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Manning. A little screen to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. How this sophomore, stopping him short of the first down line. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL. We know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Pulls it in, it's Sategna. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Sooners are flying down the field. Motion from the wideout. He'll do it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break at some point in this game. He's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Caught near the sticks. It's Sategna. And the Sooners pick up the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He leaves it with his back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO fired complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Wheeler. They make the stop after the catch, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Sooners! You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it to clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Got the back over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll move the wide receiver. The RPO, it's complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14 to Pittsburgh. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want to win.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
And the Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got the quick pass. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The offense will quickly use the timeout. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want Some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going to the run to start this second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back. It's Manning. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. And the returner will be brought down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Winston. It's a seam wide open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to throw, it's Manning. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Sooners have their offense in high gear.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out. It's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. After the catch, it'll be 1st and goal. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Big guy smells it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Picked off to stop the threat. A tremendous play to make the interception, and then the return takes it close to the 50-yard line.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Grab behind the line. It's Wingo. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. He'll try to tack on one more. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Release to the back. With the catch, it's Ott. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking downfield on first down. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack.